Imagine this, a small, vibrant country in Central America, famous for its volcanoes, coffee, and breathtaking coastlines, but what if I told you it's also quietly becoming one of the most business-friendly nations in the region? Sounds surprising, right? Most people overlook El Salvador when thinking about global business opportunities. They assume it's risky, complicated, or just too small to matter. But here's the surprising truth. Registering an LLC in El Salvador can be faster, simpler, and more strategically rewarding than you think, especially if you know the steps. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just how to register an LLC in El Salvador, but also why it could change the trajectory of your business. Let's start with the story. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a digital entrepreneur based in the U.S. She runs an e-commerce business selling eco-friendly products. Over time, she noticed something interesting. Her sales were growing in Latin America. Countries like Costa Rica, Panama, and even El Salvador were showing untapped demand. But there was a problem. International shipping was expensive. Payments were slow. Local regulations were tricky. Every order felt like a mini obstacle course. Most people would stop there, but not Sarah. She had asked herself a simple question. What if I had a local presence? And that question changed everything. She discovered El Salvador was offering incentives to foreign investors, streamline company registration processes, and a welcoming environment for LLCs, or Sociedades de Responsabilidad Limitada, as they call them locally. Now, before we dive into the steps, let's clarify what an LLC in El Salvador actually is. An LLC, or Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada S.R.L., is a legal entity that protects your personal assets. If the business faces debts or legal issues, your personal wealth is generally safe. That's the first major advantage. But here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. While forming an LLC sounds simple, skipping steps or misunderstanding local rules can lead to delays, fines, or even rejection. Sarah knew this, so she approached it methodically. Step 1. Choosing a company name. This might seem trivial, but here's the catch. El Salvador requires a unique company name, verified by the Registro de Comercio Registry of Commerce. Sarah prepared several options, and even checked them online to avoid conflicts. Smart entrepreneurs always have a backup plan. Step 2. Drafting Articles of Association. This is where most people get stuck. The Articles of Association outline company objectives, shareholders' roles and responsibilities, capital contributions, management structure. Sarah hired a local lawyer to ensure everything matched the legal requirements. Why? Because a small error here could delay approval for weeks. Step 3. Defining share capital. El Salvador requires a minimum capital contribution, usually around $2,500 to $10,000 depending on the type of LLC and business activity. Sarah deposited the capital into a local bank account and obtained proof, a critical step for official registration. Step 4. Registering with the Registro de Comercio. This is the main authority. Sarah submitted her Articles of Association, proof of capital, and identification documents. She had to pay a registration fee, which varies based on capital size. Here's the insight most people miss. This step is not just bureaucratic. It establishes your company's legal identity. Once registered, your LLC can sign contracts, open bank accounts, and operate officially. Step 5. Notarization. In El Salvador, certain documents must be notarized by a local notary public. Sarah's Articles of Association and company registration papers needed notarization. Yes, it's an extra step, but it ensures legal validity. Step 6. Obtaining a tax identification number (NIT). This is critical. Without an NIT, your company cannot pay taxes, invoice clients, or hire employees. Sarah registered her LLC with the Ministerio de Hacienda to obtain the NIT. Step 7. Municipal licensing. Depending on your business location and activity, you may need a municipal license or permiso municipal. For example, if Sarah planned to operate a storefront, this step was mandatory. Even for online businesses, some permits may be required depending on the municipality. Step 8. Registering for Social Security. If you plan to hire employees, registration with the Instituto Salvadoreño del Seguro Social is essential. Sarah had plans to hire 2 local employees, so the step ensured compliance with local labor laws. Step 9. Opening a business bank account. Once all registrations were complete, Sarah opened a corporate bank account. This step is often underestimated. Local banking regulations require documentation from the Registro de Comercio, notarized Articles of Association, NIT, and identification of company managers. Now let's pause and reflect on why all these steps matter. Most people think forming an LLC is just about paperwork, but here's the insight. Every step is designed to protect you and your business. The process creates legitimacy, establishes trust with clients and partners, and ensures compliance with local laws. Skipping or rushing any step can create long-term problems. Now, let's talk about advantages specific to El Salvador. Strategic location. Located in Central America, El Salvador offers easy access to both North and South American markets. Dollarized economy. The country uses the U.S. dollar, reducing currency risk for international business. Investor-friendly laws. Recent reforms aim to attract foreign investors with clear regulations and simplified registration processes. Growing digital economy. With increased internet penetration and e-commerce growth, there's a huge opportunity for online businesses. Tax incentives. Certain sectors like tourism, renewable energy, and IT enjoy incentives and reduced tax rates. Here's the problem most people miss. While opportunities exist, navigating bureaucracy without local guidance can lead to mistakes. That's why S.R.L's decision to work with a local legal and accounting advisor was critical. And here's the payoff. 6 months after registering her LLC, S.R.L's business had a local presence. Shipping costs dropped, payments became faster, and she built relationships with local suppliers. Her growth in Latin America accelerated significantly. Now let's address common mistakes. Mistake hash 1. Skipping notarization. Notarization is legally required, and skipping it can nullify contracts. Mistake hash 2. Underestimating municipal permits. Some businesses face fines for ignoring local licensing. Mistake hash 3. Poor documentation for bank accounts. Banks require precise documents, and complete files delay access. Mistake hash 4. Ignoring Social Security requirements. Hiring without registration can result in penalties. Avoiding these pitfalls ensures smooth operations and long-term success. So, to summarize, registering an LLC in El Salvador involves selecting a unique company name, drafting articles of association, depositing share capital, and obtaining proof, registering with the Registro de Comercio, notarizing essential documents, obtaining a tax identification number NIT, securing municipal licenses if required, registering with Social Security IS, opening a corporate bank account. And here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about forming a company. It's about establishing a strategic foothold in Central America. It's about moving from being an external seller to a local player. And it's about scaling your business in a region with untapped potential. S.R.L's story shows that the process may seem complex at first, but the rewards far outweigh the effort. By following these steps carefully, you not only comply with the law, but you also position your business for sustainable growth. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to take the leap and establish a presence in one of Central America's most promising markets? If this video helped you understand how to register an LLC in El Salvador and inspired you to explore new opportunities, make sure to subscribe. We'll continue to cover actionable guides for entrepreneurs looking to expand globally.